Then on Sports Central, we go for a March Madness game preview and prediction on the Final Four matchup between the UConn Huskies and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Two teams that have had incredible runs in this tournament, and it all comes down to this. UConn, this team has completely tore through this tournament. Haven't had a single close game to this point. They have been dominant against some really good teams, and they're taking on Alabama next. Crimson Tide are playing very well as well, though. This team has been red hot in this tournament, and they're looking to pull off what would be a pretty big upset for a chance at a national championship. We'll be covering a full game preview and prediction on this matchup here today. Let's get started with their team trends. UConn, you look at this team's run, it's been one of the most dominant runs that I can remember in March Madness. They beat Stetson 91-52 in the first round, took care of Northwestern, beat San Diego State by 30, and the most impressive one, and simply something I didn't see coming, was the way this team beat Illinois. Beat them by 25. Had like a 30-0 run to start the second half. Just insane what UConn's doing right now. This is obviously a very well-coached team, and the defending champions, this is a team that's really showing no signs of slowing down at this current point. If you look at Alabama on the other side, this is a team that's known for being an excellent offense, potentially the best offense in the country. They put up 109 on Charleston, which is a tournament record, actually, and they beat Grand Canyon 72-61. Put up 89 on both North Carolina and Clemson, allowed a decent amount of points in both those games. But the key the past couple of games for Alabama is that this team has found a way in each of those games, and their offense has played really well overall. So you consider this matchup and the way UConn's defense has been playing, they haven't allowed more than 60 points in any of their games in this tournament to this point. That's something that is simply insane to me, especially Illinois allowing 52 to them. The Illini's offense was playing incredible heading into that game, so even the best of offenses have struggled against UConn in this tournament. So for Alabama, they're going to have to play a lights-out game if they even want to have a chance in this one, given the fact of where the Huskies are right now. But you look at the spread, UConn's an 11.5-point favorite here. That's something that's almost unheard of in Final Four matchups, especially between two teams that are as highly ranked as these two are. But games on the 6th in Glendale. Tip is just after 8:40 Eastern. Over under 160.5, and the BPI is going UConn as well. No surprise there, right around 72%. On the other side, there's Purdue and NC State. NC State, the big dark horse of the tournament, who's had simply an incredible run, one of the best and one of the most impressive March runs of all time. And then you got Purdue, who's finally broken through in March Madness, an incredible run for them as well. So regardless, there is definitely a challenge on the other side for whoever wins this game. Your stat comparison, UConn 82 points a game, 64 points allowed. The margin that UConn's winning their games right now is just simply insane. You think about their first 4 games in this tournament, their margin of victory has been 28 points in this tournament. They've won their games by an average of 28 points here, which is it really goes to show, and it just shows that how dominant of a team this is, and there's a reason why this is the clear favorite to win it all here in this tournament. You look at Alabama, 91 points a game. Once again, this is a really fast-paced team that plays a fast offense, and they're usually a top-tier offense as well, but they don't play very strong defense, allowing 81 points a game this season, which could come back to bite them in this matchup for sure. Your key points, UConn 35 wins. They've been dominant in every game so far. This is an experienced team, defending champions, clear favorite to win it all, and obviously a very well-coached team. The average score of the Huskies tournament wins, this is maybe the most insane stat of them all. They've won their games by an average of 81-53. Just insane how they've allowed 53 points in this tournament, and they've averaged 81. This is a complete team that's firing on all cylinders right now, and it's just going to be tough to beat UConn. It's going to be brutal, and I feel like for Alabama, top priority for Alabama is going to be to keep this game close. I feel like the best chance that the Tide have is if they keep this game close and then hit some last-second shot, but keeping a game close against UConn right now almost seems like something that could be only a hope. But Alabama, this is an incredible offense led by Mark Sears. He's averaging 22 points a game. He's overall been really impressive in this tournament, and they've played closer games than UConn has, but they've found a way in each of those games. That's what truly matters, and obviously this is going to be a big challenge for the Crimson Tide. But can they pull the upset against UConn, or are the Huskies headed back to the national championship? Let's get into that now. So your prediction for this matchup. I am going UConn. This is really no surprise here. I just feel like at this current point, there's really no reason to bet against the Huskies, just based on the way they're playing right now. It would be a pretty major upset if UConn lost Alabama in this one, despite Alabama being such a good team at this current point. So I'm taking UConn by 13 here. I think they cover the spread. I'm going 60% towards the Huskies. I feel like there's some optimism for Alabama just because of how good of an offense they are. But the fact that they just can't play very strong defense does concern me. And I feel like UConn's going to take advantage of that and win this game by a decent amount here. But I'm taking the under in the end in UConn to proceed on to the national championship once again. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below on this matchup. Who do you think advances on? And I appreciate you guys watching as always. My name's Evan. This is All Sports Central. Stay tuned for more. We'll catch you on the next one.